Hi and welcome back to the product design course. My name is Bhumika Indu. I am a mechanical design engineer with 5 years of combined experience in automotive design and marketing. I have worked for various top-notch projects like Volvo, Jaguar and Land Rover, Tata Motors and NIO. In the last video, we discussed about the three-phase model of design. In the next few videos, we are going to discuss the methods and tools used to achieve each step. In this lecture, I will teach you how to create a clear idea of a product that you want to build. The first step of understanding the opportunity is to self introspect about what you want from the product, or if you are designing it for a client or a company, you need to interview them and find it out. What main purpose does the product serve? What other attributes it should have? What is the expected feel of the product? Now, let us take the example of an oxygen concentrator whose main function is to generate oxygen at home or locations where medical oxygen is not available. To create a product that is useful for patients who have oxygen saturation below 95%, we need to maintain the purity and flow of the supply, and to monitor these values, we need a display. Since this is a home use product, it should be easily lifted by one or two people. It should be handy in case of an emergency. Hence, the weight needs to be checked. And a normal body needs approximately 550 liters of pure oxygen in a day. So, the product should have the sufficient capacity to fulfill this requirement. A display monitor, weight, and capacity are the attributes that the product needs to have. So we can say that the expected feel of the end product is a silent, lightweight, low cost machine that can easily generate oxygen at home. Now let us take another example of the electric vehicle. The basic purpose of existence of electric vehicles is to save petroleum and replace the fuel tank with electricity. Next comes the general features that everyone looks for. What is the mileage? How long does the battery last? How many of us can sit on it? What are the dimensions? And how much luggage it can carry? These parameters decide the make of the car. What India needs today is a quiet, comfortable, and economic car that runs on electricity. This way, we can create a basic definition of how products should be. Next, coming to market opportunity analysis. It is conducted to determine the attractiveness of the product in the market and probability of success. In pre pandemic times, the use of oxygen concentrators was limited to patients with severe breathing problems and small dispensaries. But today, there is not a single person who would not want to have a concentrator at home. So, if you design a product that is highly in demand, very less amount is spent to reach the customers. But in case of a completely new idea, you first need to create a demand in the market. So, a lot of marketing is required for it, and you need to evaluate, can you reach the target market at an effective cost? Does the firm you work for have the resources to build the product that you have planned? If not, what more you need and how can you arrange it? Study the features and benefits of competitor products. Does your product offer something more useful? If not, then research about the feedback of the competitor products and find the issues that you can solve in your design. Finally, is the product idea profitable? There is no point of creating a product that you cannot sell. Add the results into the product vision. Okay, if the results to the questions in market opportunity analysis is negative, you need to rethink the product vision or change the scope of work. And if they're positive, then you can move ahead with confidence. Okay, now it is time to refine the vision into clear definitions. What exactly does the end user want? To find this out, you should know the different types of needs that customers have. They can have direct needs. Customers have no trouble declaring them clearly, and these will be told upfront whenever asked. Latent needs, these are not directly expressed by the customers and they will need some kind of probing. Constant needs, which are very essential to the task of the product, and they will always be there no matter what variant of the product that you are using. Variable needs, which are not constant, and they might also go away if there is some suitable option is given. Okay. General needs that apply to all customers, and niche needs that apply only to a selected set of customers. In case of an oxygen concentrator, direct needs are portable, lightweight, and it should have guidelines for use. Latent needs, 2 liter per minute or more oxygen should be prepared. Concentration should be above 90%. It should be available for home delivery and it should be very low maintenance. Constant need, the basic function of the oxygen concentrator that it should separate oxygen from other gases in the environment. Variable needs, it could be that the product has no noise, but a discount of 5% can remove this kind of need. Okay, then coming to general need, like it should always have a display monitor, it should have a nasal cannula, or it should run on electricity. Okay, but again, the niche needs, supposingly you are designing it for pets, then an elongated oxygen mask is required, right? Now, you can gather these needs by conducting interviews, creating questionnaires, forming focus groups, or becoming the customer. Each of them have their own advantages and limitations. In the first method, the design team members discuss the needs of the single customer one at a time at the customer's environment. Okay. The advantage is that specific information from each customer is gathered while the customer is using the product, but this only works well if the product has a process that is associated with the use. The next type of data collection is questionnaires. Design teams form a list of questions to which the customer responses are collected. This is a very widely used methodology nowadays. Most startups are using it. Advantage is that if this is done properly, the questionnaire can be suitably designed to obtain specific responses relevant to the product. But the usefulness of responses is limited by how well the questionnaires are formulated. Okay. Third is the focus group method. Now, in this method, a moderator conducts a session with a group of customers in the company premises. Okay, talking about the advantage is that one focus group meeting uses very few resources as compared to personal interviews or surveys that most of the times they fail to ask the most important questions. Okay, the biggest limitation is that if you take smaller groups, then the responses that you get are not statistically significant. So to get a significant data, you will have to always have responses from a larger population. Final method is you think like the customer. Okay, here what the design team does is they travel to different locations where their competitors products are being used, and then they act like the customer. It is profitable because first hand information is obtained directly in terms of technical descriptors because team member is involved. But here what happens, there is an excessive demands are placed on the team member and it's not always possible to adapt. So if you are having a very big team or even a moderate sized team, only then you can follow this activity. So these were the ways that you can use to get all the data that you want about the product. Next, coming to competitor analysis. First, find out the competitor products that are best in the market. Nowadays there are various comparison sites like Compare Raja, Gadgets Now, which provide feature comparison and customer satisfaction about each product. These are the few oxygen concentrators that are best in their category. Next, list down the design issues with each product. Now, the easiest way to find this is to go through the customer reviews of these products on shopping websites. Next, conduct the tear down of the product. This is a bit expensive process where you are supposed to buy a product and completely separate all the parts in order to understand the architecture and functionality of the product. Usually, this requires special equipment and a lab. So, if you don't have one, you can also look for solutions online. Like there are companies that are specialized in tear down and provide a complete analysis of product at a much cheaper price. Okay. Next is to create a bill of materials. List down each of the parts and the quantity in which they are used. Then understand the architecture and functionality. Create a simple diagram like this with all the basic systems in place and broadly understand the functions. This will help you to communicate the product vision better. An oxygen concentrator working has mainly 5 steps: sucking air from the background through the filter, again passing it through inlet filters to achieve the highest form of purity, separating the oxygen from air by eliminating the nitrogen, storing this oxygen in a small inbuilt reservoir, and finally supplying it through the outlet. Next, you need to determine existing technologies being used in the products. Instead of inventing a new technology every time, you need to check if slight changes in the existing technology can help you reach your goal better. In case of oxygen concentrator, there are two widely used technologies: pressure swing adsorption. Specific adsorbent materials like zeolites, activated carbon, and molecular sieves, etc., are used as a trap, absorbing the target gas species at a high temperature. And membrane gas separation, where gas mixtures can be effectively separated by synthetic membranes made from polymers such as polyamide or cellulose acetate or from ceramic materials. Finally, analyze the costs. This includes the raw material cost, manufacturing cost, setup cost of the factory, and other costs that you think the manufacturer had to bear. The objective is to find out the cost price of the product and hence the profitability. Now it's time to test your knowledge, find out about these concentrators, and do a complete competitor analysis and submit in the portal. You need to find out the price, design issues associated with the product, technologies that are used, list of parts, architecture, functionality, and competitive advantage. See you in the next lecture. Thanks for watching.